Hi, I'm Rob Jones from Asper. Today we're going to look at how you can place ads on Facebook. When I first started writing, most of the advice I was getting was just to advertise on Amazon and to stay away from Facebook, but I found it worked very well for me. Certainly, I think when you're starting off, the prices are very low. It's a good way of trying to assess who your audience are, where you are going to sell books, and what sort of advertisements will work for you. So I would advise giving this a go, perhaps even before anything else. You will need an idea of how much you wish to spend daily, and the good news is you can spend as little as you want and still get both some data and some results. Information regarding your target audience, who they are, the age range, what other things they like besides your genre, and either a graphic or a video that you will use in the advertisement. This is Lee's book, The Utopia Conspiracy. If you have a book that looks like this with such healthy ratings and reviews, you should be advertising. And the truth is that if somebody can get from your Facebook ad to this page on Amazon, if they're interested in anything to do with that genre of conspiracy or political conspiracy, then it is likely they will buy it with such good reviews. The good news is, you may be aware that a few years ago, Apple decided to pull back on its habit of harvesting details from its clients, its phone users. And of course, this is quite a powerful moral and ethical argument. I don't think any of us like the idea increasingly of all our privacy being dipped into, being spied upon, but it has affected how Facebook definitely had a spell where noticeably there was a change in how you could target people on Facebook. But the good news is the ads still work, and they work in the same way. I have extensive notes on Facebook marketing, a lot of work over all the years, some of it from business managers as well, the advisors from Facebook. And of course, we will be sharing all of that either in videos or in other content. I've made as many mistakes as I have had successes, and we are hoping that you can learn from those as well without having to go through it yourself. This is my Facebook page for the Micklegate series, which is my series of books. You will find the ad manager just to the left that looks like a chart, a data chart. You will need a business account with Facebook to be able to do this. Here you can see many of my ads, both old and new, that I've used over the years. And in a subsequent video, I will be talking about how you use this data to your advantage, a sense of where you go next. Facebook ads are very much about trial and error, and I'll be talking a little bit about that today. You'll see at the top here it says we've removed some detailed targeting options. That is what I was talking about before. They have now been restricted. Click create your ad. We will be leaving this as an auction. And you can see there are several campaign objectives. We are interested mostly in traffic. I'll come back to that. Engagement is to get more people onto your page to promote what you do. Leads are for business leads, app promotion simply for app, and sales for selling. But believe it or not, more often than not, the best objective to use for sales is traffic. Get people to where your books are being sold. Okay, remember to name this. If you're just starting out, try to come up with a strategy so that you can remember what each ad is for and why it is named so that you can compare it to other strategies. As a writer, you usually don't have any categories that are relevant. A and B testing is a way in which you can compare two ads if you're starting out. Don't do that yet. And you just need to go on to the next page and name that page. I'm going to send my traffic to a website. Mine is my Amazon page. I also have a site for my books, but I'm going to send it to the Amazon page. Now, you might think that The choice here will be the maximise number of landing page views, but link clicks tends to work better. You want people to click on that ad, and when they get to where you want them to, if everything there is attractive, they should think about buying. Leave dynamic creative off. Your daily budget can be what you want. $5 or £5 I would say is more than enough a day. You don't even need to worry about an end date because you can just switch this off anytime you want. There's no massive obligation here. It's a very safe way of doing this. It's hardly a gamble. We will be creating a new audience. I've got saved audiences. You can target anywhere you wish in the world, but anything you do on here, I would say each time you create an audience, try and get it reasonably narrow or fairly broad, but not something that's really broad, okay? Here you can target the audience. I know now the age range, more or less, of who I'm going to sell to, so I change that usually. I won't on here today. You can do the same with genders if you wish to, but it's in detailed targeting that you really need to be specific about who you want to get to your books. My books are fictional. They are Tudor historical fiction, partly fantasy, you could say. So I'm looking for an audience that is interested in anything similar to that. So I usually start with historical fiction and historical mystery. Yes, if you want to reach people beyond your detailed targeting selections, sometimes that works well, sometimes it doesn't. It's entirely up to you. I usually select it. You can decide exactly where your ads want to be placed or use the advantage placements. And we're going to do that today. Facebook will do that for you. Final page. This is where all your content goes. Give it the same name. This is my Facebook page name and my Instagram account name where it will be advertised. There is no branded content in what I do. I don't need that. You can have a carousel, several images. I wouldn't advise that to start with. I would test it, or a video. I'm going to use a single image. Multi-advertiser ads sometimes supports what you do as well. I'm going to add an image that I've used before. And sometimes you need to crop these for the different placements, but I'm going to leave them as they are. There are ways in which you can optimize these on here. You can have music on or off. They're all choices you will need to make. Believe it or not, I don't tend to put too much text on here. I find it distracted. It says what the series is. Hopefully the picture supports that and it will take them to my page, but I'll put one in today. You can see what that does. On the left, you can see some of the phrases I have used in the past. Spend a year in Tudor York has worked very, very well for me. Just a simple phrase. To a website. This is my Amazon series page, not for one book, but the whole series. I'm just going to check it. There it is. The 5-book series. And that hopefully is what people will see if they click on the link in the Facebook ad. You will have set up, or you probably want to set up, a pixel for your page, but the problem is if your books are on Amazon, it will not work. You won't be able to get any data back from Amazon about who's actually landing there and who's buying, unfortunately. If you have your own website, then yeah, it works ideally. So for a first attempt, that is more or less it. If you look at the bottom right-hand side in green, it says publish. That's all you have to do now is click on publish, and sometime the same day, you will get a message from Facebook saying that your ad is live. It is simple as that. There will be a video that follows this that tells you how to work with the data and the information you get about your sales or not. There is an app for Ads Manager, which is worth getting on your phone because then you can track daily how your ads are performing. And of course, if you have linked this to your Amazon sales page, you will be on your KDP desktop be able to see what your daily sales are.
These videos and tutorials are provided free by Asper. Please access the platform regularly and support others by responding to questions in the forum, looking in the bookstore, attending webinars, and our once-a-month pros and cons online coffee morning chat. It will only survive through member engagement, and please remember you can support this free association by giving a small financial contribution on the site. Thank you.